Hi dear friends, this little lesson, very small lesson, will be dedicated, and it will be the first in a series of lessons dedicated to beautiful words of the English language, which you probably have not yet met and you don't know about them. It's okay, because English is very rich, but our aim is not just to learn some beautiful word, which is beautiful in itself, but how to decorate, to improve, to embellish your speaking and writing at any test of English, including Duolingo, IELTS, TOEFL, SAT, and all other. But those other tests, the principle is the same. If you speak or write beautifully, you will get the maximum. So our today's hero is the word canvas. Why I have chosen it, I will tell you now. So let's listen how robots read it.
Canvas.
Canvas.
Thank you. And the last one.
Canvas.
So canvas. Why I have chosen this? Please, friends, look here. I think you recognize your good old friend canvas, which sounds absolutely the same, but they're different in one letter. And so canvas, canvas are different only in one letter, the final S. You see? Maybe 99% of you didn't meet this canvas with the double S, yes, and even if you did, I think you will think that it's wrong, it's a mistake. So what is it actually? Mostly canvas is a verb, to do something, to discuss thoroughly, to solicit votes, to seek opinions, to poll. For example, canvas the neighborhood, like they canvas the neighborhood. We have two. And canvas, by the way, just in case maybe you forgot, canvas is a heavy fabric, cloth, used for making sails, tent, oil painting. Very often in oil painting, artists mostly paint on canvases. Of course, artists paint on everything, including fences around houses and trees and asphalt, but mostly if they want to produce something beautiful and forever, they paint with oil paintings on canvas. Now I think you recognize. It's a type of a cloth, We can make some maybe clothes from canvas, but this cloth is very firm, rigid and heavy, and so, okay, natural, I think it's made from cotton, of course. And sails, those jeans for the ships. Okay, now, canvas to canvas has two main meanings. Either to make a thorough examination or conduct a detailed discussion of some topic or thing. For example, we canvassed this problem thoroughly, or we canvassed this issue, we canvassed this evidence, something like that. When we, when we scrutinize, as they say, we speak about something, but not loosely, we scrutinize it very thoroughly. As I say, some topic, something, some question, some problem, somebody, maybe, okay. And the second main meaning, maybe it's the most basic meaning, it smells politics, to go through a region or just on some area, to go to people, to solicit votes or orders. To solicit votes means to get votes for your candidate. When there is a political campaign, for example, somebody wants to become the president, yeah? So his team go to some region, to some town, and they canvass the neighborhood, canvass the people, canvass the community. It means they ask them, discuss with something, of course with the aim of getting votes, so that people go and vote for this candidate. So thus, to canvass means either to discuss something thoroughly and to scrutinize, to analyze it, and the second meaning is to discuss something with the population in order to get many votes for your candidate. Okay, by the way, the etymology of this canvas is very interesting. From obsolete, I don't know how it was read in English or somewhere 1000 years ago, canvas, okay, to toss in a canvas sheet is punishment. You see, my friends, so there was such a punishment that they, as I understand, either threw a person on some hard sheet, or they rolled a person in that sheet and then beat that, rolled, or threw it on the ground or something like that. So I think it was not very pleasant. Yes, and you see a very positive quote-unquote etymology. Very interesting. Now, not to torture you for a long time, let's look, where did we have? At the examples. The examples of real sentences, my friends, are, you know, it's top notch. It's the most important, because your mind must see the evidence of this, must see the connection, the association. Never learn English words or any other words without connections, that you don't just read the canvas and you read the explanation and that's it. Yeah, you will remember something, but you will not be able to use it normally. Okay, to canvass the neighborhood, you see? It means to go and talk to people and make a survey and discuss, and either ask them directly to vote for your candidate or indirectly, maybe, you know, you're just discussing, but everybody understands why you're doing this. Like, we canvass the neighborhood. Now, what else? To scrutinize, to analyze. The evidence had been repeatedly canvassed in American courts. It means something from law. There was some evidence, maybe of some crime, maybe, and it has been repeatedly, again and again, scrutinized, analyzed, discussed in American courts. You know, my friends, I have some more examples. Just close your eyes, because I will scroll down. Seriously, I remember. I saw, yeah. Okay. I'm canvassing for the Labour Party. It means that I'm doing something, I'm talking with people, I'm providing some campaign for my Labour Party. I'm canvassing for the Labour Party. And one more. The survey canvassed the views of almost 80 economists. The survey canvassed, analyzed, scrutinized the views of almost 80 economists. Okay, maybe something else? Yes. To make a door-to-door canvass. We go door-to-door, old good method. Maybe now it's not utilized so often, but still. In private, in those regions, rural regions where there are mostly private houses, you can do that. To make a door-to-door canvass. It's usually from politics. We are canvassing for the Conservative Party candidate. So we are going and discuss with people, talk to people, and ask them directly or indirectly to vote for this candidate. Okay, now, my friends, let's just write at least one sentence, you know, for you to understand that. Firstly, we have got acquainted with this word. Now, if you meet it somewhere in IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, this canvas with double S, you will not be surprised. You will be so happy that I remember Dimitri's lesson about this canvas. Yes, I'm the boss. I understand. You will not bother me with your, you know, some interesting words as you think. Okay, my friends, so let's imagine. So the interface here is in Russian. Don't be surprised, because I tutor mostly Ukrainian people, Russian people sometimes. I mean Russian speaking, you know, from all countries of the world, because the immigrants are everywhere. And of course, sometimes guys from those countries where they don't know any Ukrainian or Russian words. Recently I've had a student from Peru. Yes, it was really interesting and pleasant. So, let's please compile some short but nice sentence. Let's imagine that you're writing an essay, and if you don't know the word canvas, you will use the words analyze, yeah, because even scrutinize, when you're excited, you will forget mostly. I think that scrutinize, mostly you will use analyze in the best case. In the worst case, you will write we are talking about. Yeah, it's okay, for 80 points on Duolingo, 90, it's okay, but if you want 120 and more, you must show them that you are capable of something outstanding, you know, that you are you differ from the mass of people whose level of English is 90 over there. Yes, so let's imagine some question. Of course, canvas, probably it can be used for 90% of the topics, but not 100, because if we are in theory discussing something like IELTS writing, for example, IELTS writing 1, yes, some table or graph, but even there we can write canvassing, canvassing the graph. It's easy to see that, my friends. Let's write it like that. You will pleasantly surprise the examiner, because I'm sure nobody writes this kind. For example, canvassing the graph, or let's say graph or sometimes we have a diagram, canvas in the diagram or the table, comma. It seems obvious, like that. It seems obvious that I'm sorry, my friend. Let me shift that. Canvas in the graph diagram. It seems obvious. Oh my God! It seems obvious that it's obvious that there, for example, has been a considerable, you know, drop in the consumption, you know, something like that. A considerable drop in the consumption of fruit in 2025. Okay. Canvassing the diagram, like if I look and discuss it and like canvassing the graph, it seems obvious that. Or we can go the other way. After this canvassing the graph, then a considerable or a drastic drop in blah 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 seems obvious. You see, it will be even better. Now, if you write about something general, like not IELTS writing one, but in Duolingo, for example, a question, some from life, your relationships with friends, so just, you know, just off the top of my head, I hate it when those, you know, stupid, I hate it. I mean, guys who are canvassing the neighborhood, I hate it when those hard-headed guys canvass my neighborhood or community, let it be neighborhood, for a certain candidate, but it smells politics, yeah, or maybe about school or college, something like that. So at our lessons, for example, about some teacher, my favorite teacher, at our lessons, at our lessons, comma, she, I mean some teacher, Mary Smith or something like that, she mostly abstained. It means that she didn't, she tried not to do it. She mostly abstained from canvassing, let it right here, physics problems. I mean, you know, those, yeah, how to go at the lessons of physics, we have what, problems, no, issues, problems, no, equations, yeah, but some phenomena, yeah. Okay, at our lessons she mostly abstained from canvassing the phenomena, I mean the physical phenomena. If we are discussing your favorite teacher and you say that my favorite teacher was the teacher of physics, yeah, okay, at our lessons she mostly abstained from canvassing the phenomena too deeply in order not to bother us. I mean, not to, you know, okay, because I want to finish the sentence, because not to make it too boring, you know, not to bother us, not to bore us, okay, you know, I want to lift it here. At our lessons she mostly abstained from canvassing the phenomena too deeply in order not to bother us, you know. So you see, my friends, 3 examples, they're nice. Probably a native speaker will find some, I think, not spelling mistakes, but some, let's say, stylistic incongruencies or something like that. Believe me, my friends, for your tests it's more than enough. You will get all at IELTS more than 7 for such sentences, at Duolingo more than 120, at TOEFL more than 100 for such, you know. Yes, I know what I'm talking about because I have been in this field for, you know, more than 15 years. I mean, in test preparation. Okay, my friends, so if you need a thorough preparation with a tutor, I'm your man, you know, write to me please. Sometimes we raise the score in 2 or 3 weeks. Also, I have a beautiful, super effective self-study course, video course for Duolingo preparation called DET with flying colors. Let me show you just at least the I'm sorry, 1 second please. Yeah. it doesn't fit, the screen. I forgot to change it. This is my platform, educational platform with the courses, online courses, and I want to make it not only for me but for other authors. So if you not only prepare for some test but also like making some courses in anything, that in IT, management, boxing, cooking, please, you're welcome to place your course at my platform. So this is a DET with flying colors. It has more than 90 lessons, and that means that about 80 hours of video instruction for you. Many guys have already improved their DET score with this course. So it costs at the moment $179. Of course, if you ask me, I will consider making a new year gift for you in the form of some discount. Okay, my friends. So just having any question, don't hesitate to write to me. I always place my email and WhatsApp, Telegram on the screen, so and in the description, no problem. I love you guys. Remember about the word to canvas. Go and repeat it to yourself. If you repeat it 10 times or something like that, try to think about your sentence like we did today, and if you want to borrow some of the phrases of mine here, I will be absolutely happy. Okay guys, I love you and see you in our next lesson.